Have you ever found yourself standing in a temple, listening to the rhythmic chant of sutras, and wondered, does this really bring good luck? Maybe you've heard stories, some friends or family members sharing how chanting helped them through tough times, or perhaps you've seen it portrayed in movies and popular culture as a kind of spiritual shortcut to fortune and success. It's a question that echoes in the hearts of many. Should we chant sutras to bring good luck? Is it some kind of mystical formula, a way to magically turn our fortunes around? Or is there something deeper, something more profound hidden beneath the chanting itself? To answer this, we need to step beyond surface impressions and explore the heart of what chanting sutras truly means in the Buddhist tradition. Because in Buddhism, the meaning of chanting goes far beyond simple luck or worldly gain. The word sutra itself refers to the sacred teachings of the Buddha, texts filled with wisdom meant to guide us toward awakening and liberation. They are not spells or charms. Yet, somewhere along the way, chanting these sutras became associated with blessings, luck, and protection. Why is that? How did this connection between chanting and good luck arise? And most importantly, how should we approach this practice if we want to be faithful to its original purpose? Many people today come to chanting with hopes of improving their luck, whether it's better health, financial success, or relief from personal challenges. These are natural desires, and there's nothing wrong with wishing for a happier, more peaceful life. But Buddhism asks us to look a little deeper. It invites us to question the nature of luck itself. What does it mean to be truly fortunate? Is it merely about external circumstances? Or could there be something richer, an inner kind of luck that doesn't depend on chance, but on cultivating the mind and heart? This question opens a door to understanding chanting not just as a ritual, but as a profound spiritual practice, one that can reshape the way we experience ourselves and the world around us. Chanting sutras is often described as a form of meditation, an active way to focus the mind, calm restless thoughts, and connect with timeless wisdom. When done with sincere intention, chanting can awaken compassion, clarity, and insight. Yet if we treat chanting like a magic trick, a shortcut to luck, we risk missing out on its true power. Worse, we might grow frustrated when life's ups and downs continue regardless of how many chants we recite. So, what is the real benefit of chanting? And how do we balance our hopes for good fortune with the deeper path of spiritual growth? Throughout this exploration, we'll journey together into the meaning and purpose of chanting sutras. We'll look at how the Buddha's teachings frame this practice, how cultural beliefs have shaped our understanding, and how intention transforms chanting from empty words into a powerful force for change. By the end, you might find that chanting doesn't bring luck in the way you thought, but it offers something far more valuable, a way to cultivate peace, wisdom, and resilience that no external fortune can match. As we step into this journey, keep your heart open. Allow yourself to see chanting anew, not just as a means to an end, but as a doorway into a deeper connection with yourself and the unfolding mystery of life. With this spirit, let's begin by understanding exactly what these sutras are, the sacred words at the heart of this ancient practice. Imagine holding a book that isn't just ink on paper, but a living doorway into the mind of the Buddha himself. These books exist, they're called sutras. But what exactly are they? And why have they become so central to Buddhist practice? At its core, a sutra is a record of the Buddha's teachings. The word sutra means thread or line, symbolizing how these teachings weave together a path, one that leads away from suffering and toward awakening. These sacred texts aren't stories or myths, nor are they magic spells. Instead, they are profound guides, containing wisdom distilled from the Buddha's own experience of life, suffering, and liberation. They teach us how to see clearly, how to act with compassion, and how to cultivate peace in a restless world. When we chant sutras, we are engaging with these timeless teachings in a direct and experiential way. The repetition helps focus the mind, like tuning an instrument to perfect pitch. It's not just about the words themselves, but about the transformation those words can inspire within us. But it's important to remember, these sutras were never intended as talismans to manipulate fortune or control luck. Their true power lies in their ability to open the heart and sharpen the mind. Each sutra invites us to look deeply at ourselves and the world around us. They point toward truths that are as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago, truths about suffering, impermanence, and the possibility of awakening. Take, for example, the Heart Sutra, one of the most famous texts in Mahayana Buddhism. Its concise, yet profound verses remind us that all phenomena are empty of inherent, independent existence. This insight challenges our ordinary way of seeing and helps dissolve attachments that cause suffering. Or consider the Diamond Sutra, which emphasizes the importance of wisdom that transcends fixed ideas and concepts, encouraging us to cultivate a mind free from clinging. Chanting these sutras allows practitioners to internalize these teachings, not just intellectually, but through the body and breath. It's a practice that unites speech, mind, and heart. So when you hear the gentle rise and fall of a sutra chant, know that it is much more than a melody. It's an invitation, a call to awaken, to practice, and to transform. Yet the question remains, if sutras are so deeply spiritual, why do some people believe chanting them brings good luck or protection? This is where history and culture come into play. Over centuries, as Buddhism spread across different lands, it blended with local customs and beliefs. The practice of chanting became associated with blessings, health, and fortune in many communities. While these cultural layers are real and meaningful to many practitioners, they are not the essence of the sutras themselves. The Buddha's original message points us toward inner transformation rather than external gain. Understanding this distinction is key to approaching chanting with wisdom and respect. It frees us from the trap of expecting magical results and opens us to the true richness of the practice. As we continue, we'll explore how chanting serves as a meditative tool, helping us cultivate mindfulness and spiritual growth. Because beyond luck and superstition, chanting offers a path to something far more profound. Let's discover what that path looks like. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the sound of chanting sutras, the steady, rhythmic flow of ancient words filling the space around you. There's something calming, almost hypnotic about the sound. But why do we chant? What is it really doing to us, beyond the surface level of sound and words? The true purpose of chanting goes far beyond hoping for good luck or external blessings. At its heart, chanting is a powerful practice of mindfulness, a way to train the mind, calm the restless thoughts, and open the door to spiritual cultivation. When you chant, you engage your body, voice, and mind in harmony. The act of speaking or singing the sutra draws your attention fully into the present moment. This focused attention is mindfulness in action, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. Unlike the scattered, distracted state we often find ourselves in daily life, chanting helps anchor us. It creates a space where the noise of worries, doubts, and anxieties can fade, replaced by clarity and calm. But chanting is not just about quieting the mind. It's also a way to connect deeply with the teachings themselves. Each word, each phrase carries layers of meaning. Repeating them invites reflection, helping the truths of the sutras seep gently into our consciousness. This is spiritual cultivation in its purest form, nurturing qualities like compassion, patience, and wisdom. It's a gradual transformation that reshapes how we respond to life's challenges. Consider the experience of a monk or a devoted practitioner chanting every day. Over time, the repetition becomes more than routine. It becomes a practice that softens the heart, sharpens awareness, and nurtures a sense of peace that no external fortune can provide. This is why chanting is often described as a kind of moving meditation. Unlike sitting silently in stillness, chanting engages our whole being. The voice vibrates, the breath flows, and the mind settles. This integration creates a powerful vehicle for awakening. And yet, this practice requires sincerity. It's not about mechanically repeating words to make things happen. Instead, it's about bringing genuine intention and attention to the practice. Without this sincerity, chanting risks becoming hollow noise, a mere background sound without depth or meaning. But with intention, it becomes a living practice that touches the core of who we are. This is why many Buddhist teachers emphasize the quality of mind during chanting. The value lies in mindfulness and faith, not blind superstition, but a deep trust born from understanding. When practiced with this spirit, chanting becomes a tool that supports us through life's ups and downs. It helps us develop resilience, clarity, and a compassionate heart. And in this way, Chanting Sutras truly blesses us, not by magically changing our luck, but by changing our relationship to life itself. As we explore more, we will see how cultural beliefs have colored our understanding of chanting for luck, sometimes leading to misconceptions that obscure this deeper truth. But before that, remember this. Chanting is a practice of presence and transformation, an invitation to awaken inside your own being. The journey continues, and the next step leads us into how these cultural layers shape our perceptions, sometimes blurring the line between faith and superstition. Throughout centuries and across continents, Buddhism has traveled far and wide, weaving itself into the fabric of countless cultures. And as it journeyed, something fascinating happened. The sacred practice of chanting sutras began to take on new meanings shaped by local beliefs, customs, and hopes. In many communities, chanting became associated not only with spiritual growth, but also with blessings of good luck, health, and protection from harm. This blending of Buddhism with popular culture created a vibrant tapestry, rich in tradition, but sometimes blurry in meaning. It's easy to see why this happened. Humans have always sought ways to influence their fate, to find comfort in uncertainty. And chanting, with its repetitive, rhythmic power, naturally became a tool for seeking safety and fortune. In temples and homes alike, people chant sutras for success in exams, recovery from illness, or even to attract wealth. The rhythmic sound of the chant feels like a shield, a talisman, a spiritual charm. But here lies the subtle trap, the risk of misunderstanding what chanting truly is. When chanting is reduced to a magical formula for good luck, its profound spiritual essence can be lost. This is not to say that chanting cannot bring blessings. On the contrary, it can create conditions for peace and positive change. But these blessings arise from the mental clarity, compassion, and mindfulness cultivated through sincere practice, not from superstition. Misconceptions about chanting can lead to frustration, especially when desired results don't appear. If we believe chanting alone will grant us wealth or success without inner effort, disappointment is almost certain. Moreover, this misunderstanding can cause practitioners to miss the transformative power of the practice, the real luck that comes from waking up to the true nature of life. Interestingly, Buddhist masters have long warned against treating sutras as mere magical incantations. Instead, they emphasize that chanting is a way to harmonize body and mind, to open the heart, and to walk the path of awakening. Cultural stories and folklore, while beautiful and meaningful in their own right, should not replace this wisdom. The challenge for us today is to appreciate the richness of these traditions while discerning the core teachings of the Buddha. This balance allows chanting to be both a source of comfort in difficult times and a profound spiritual practice. As you continue your own practice, keep this in mind. The power of chanting lies not in the outer results, but in the inner changes it fosters. Next, we will explore how chanting functions as a meditation technique, unlocking deeper levels of mindfulness and presence, the true gateway to spiritual blessings that no superstition can provide. Now, let's dive deeper into one of the fundamental principles that give chanting its real spiritual power, the relationship between karma, merit, and intention. In Buddhism, karma is often misunderstood as a kind of cosmic justice. What goes around comes around. But it's much more nuanced. Karma means action, and it refers to the natural law that every action has consequences. When you chant, your actions, your speech, your focus, your heart are all part of this karmic process. But what really shapes the outcome is your intention behind the chanting. Imagine two people chanting the same sutra. One is fully present, mindful, and sincerely seeking to cultivate compassion and wisdom. The other is merely going through the motions, hoping for luck or material gain. Although the words are the same, the energy and impact of these two acts are worlds apart. The first generates positive karma and merit, planting seeds for spiritual growth and happiness. The second may create little to no meaningful effect. This is why the Buddha taught that intention is the foundation of all karmic results. It's not just what we do, but why and how we do it that matters. Merit, then, is the positive energy or spiritual credit accumulated through wholesome actions like chanting with mindfulness and pure intention. This merit can manifest as inner peace, better circumstances, or even beneficial rebirths in Buddhist cosmology. Chanting with sincere intention becomes a practice of consciously creating merit. Each repetition is a deliberate act of opening the heart, cultivating virtues, and connecting with the Dharma, the Buddha's teachings. In many Buddhist traditions, chanting is also seen as an offering to the Buddha, to enlightened beings, and to all sentient life. This act of offering itself multiplies merit, fostering generosity and humility. It's important to recognize that this power of intention transforms chanting from mere sound to a living spiritual practice. And yet, this also brings responsibility. If we chant simply to get something, like good luck or material gain, we risk misunderstanding the path and missing the deeper blessings available. True chanting is an expression of our commitment to awaken and to benefit others. It's a way to align our inner world with the truths taught by the Buddha. So next time you chant, take a moment to check in with your heart. What is your intention? Are you chanting to awaken, to cultivate kindness, or simply to change your fortune? This awareness is the secret key to unlocking the transformative power of chanting. Coming up, we will explore how chanting serves as a bridge between the mind and heart, a practice that nourishes spiritual growth and awakens our true nature. Now that we've uncovered the deeper meanings behind chanting, the mindfulness, the intention, the cultivation of merit, let's turn to something equally important: how to practice chanting properly, blending faith with wisdom. Chanting isn't about rushing through words or blindly repeating phrases. It's a sacred dialogue between your heart and the Dharma, a moment to nurture faith, grounded in understanding. True faith in Buddhism isn't blind devotion. It's a balanced trust that arises from experience and insight, a confidence that chanting, when done with sincerity, brings real inner transformation. So, how do you begin? First, create a quiet space where your mind can settle. Find a comfortable posture, allowing your body to be relaxed but alert. This simple preparation opens the door to presence. Next, bring your attention fully to the act of chanting. Notice the sound of your voice, the rhythm of the words, and the flow of your breath. Let these anchor you in the present moment. But don't just recite the sutra like a mechanical script. Reflect on the meaning behind the words. Let them resonate deeply, like seeds planted in fertile soil. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back to the chant without judgment. This returning again and again is itself a practice of patience and mindfulness. Alongside this mindful repetition, nurture your faith, not as wishful thinking, but as a heartfelt conviction that this practice connects you to a timeless wisdom and compassion. This balance of faith and wisdom protects against two pitfalls: superstition on one hand and skepticism on the other. Superstition leads to chanting for luck as a magical shortcut, ignoring personal growth. Skepticism can block your openness, cutting you off from the subtle benefits chanting offers. By embracing both faith and wisdom, chanting becomes a living practice that nourishes your soul and guides your daily life. Remember, chanting is also a form of generosity, offering your energy and intention to the teachings and all beings. This spirit of giving deepens your connection to the path. And over time, this practice strengthens your resilience and compassion, equipping you to face life's challenges with clarity and grace. So whether you chant a few lines or entire sutras, let your practice be infused with mindfulness, sincere intention, and that delicate balance of faith grounded in understanding. In this way, chanting is not just a ritual but a powerful tool for awakening. Our journey is nearly complete. Soon, we'll reflect on how this ancient practice continues to bless our lives today, guiding us beyond luck and superstition toward true spiritual freedom. As we come to the close of our journey together, let's take a moment to reflect on the true blessing that chanting brings. Beyond luck, beyond superstition, beyond mere ritual, Chanting Sutras is not a magic spell to change the external world overnight. It's a profound practice that transforms our inner landscape, gently guiding us toward mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. The real good luck we seek is the peace born from clarity, the strength found in patience, and the joy that blooms when our hearts open wide. Each syllable chanted with sincerity is a step along the path to awakening. It connects us to the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and to the community of practitioners walking this path with us. When chanting becomes a mindful offering, a gift to ourselves and to all beings, it cultivates merit that enriches life in countless subtle ways. So, if you've ever wondered whether chanting sutras can bring good luck, remember, the greatest fortune lies not in external rewards, but in the transformation of your own heart and mind. Thank you for joining me in exploring this sacred practice. If you found value in this journey, please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. Together, let's continue uncovering the profound wisdom of Buddhism and sharing it with the world. May your chanting bring you peace, clarity, and deep blessing on your path. Until next time, may you walk with mindfulness and compassion.